In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the compass, which is part of the Touchétech geometry kit. And I would urge you, if you haven't watched the videos on the use of the ruler and the roulette, I would urge you to use to look at those videos first, so to familiarize yourself with the concepts of using the ruler and the roulette. So because the compass uses a roulette type spur wheel at one end of it. So the compass is basically a bar which has two ends that you could hold firmly between thumb and forefinger using two hands or one hand, whichever is convenient. It has graduated tactile markings on both sides of the main bar. They start at the 0th position, which is where you have a fixed roulette type wheel that you won't be able to move at the 0th position. And every 10 millimeters you have a tactile marking where you can slide your pivot, and your pivot is fixed in position with a knob that you loosen. You slide your pivot to whichever position you want. It does have a bit of a tactile feel to it. So suppose you want to set it at the 40 millimeter position. You take 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. You feel your 40th position, and you can slide your pivot. The pivot has a tactile feature that lines up with the tactile marking on the frame, and then you can tighten. The tactile feature is a tiny little feature on the slider, and that aligns with the tactile marking ridge on the frame. So when you choose the measurement you want, in this case it's 10, 20, 30, 40 millimeters, you can tighten your knob and your pivot is set in position. Now the pivot has a protective nut at one end which you have to open, and this protects you from hurting yourself with the sharp point. So keep the protective cap. It's a screw-on cap. Keep it safely, and then when you want to draw, you align the pivot to the center where you want to draw the center of your circle. Normally you would align it to the center of the page, so you could use the palms of your hands, and where your thumbs meet is more or less the center. You could do it from the top also and find your center, and then set your pivot down. Now you can hold the two ends with your thumbs and forefinger and learn how to apply enough pressure to the roulette end of the compass, and you can go backwards and forwards whichever way is convenient for you. You could also use a single hand and just turn the compass around and draw your circle. So you've got a circle, and it draws a very efficient, it does the circle pretty neatly, and you can feel the circle pretty neatly. It takes a little bit of getting used to, so that your pivot doesn't come off and you don't accidentally try to pivot on the roulette end of the tool. So you get used to that. So the pivot is always the center of the tool in most cases. So you could use one hand and turn it around. So that's how you would use your compass. And when you finish, make sure to gently feel the edge of the pivot point and cap the pivot again. That's the compass.